is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Now, here's Loveline with Dr. Drew
and Adam Carolla. Hey, hey, let me get the phone numbers out. 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191. Fax number 310-854-4455. That is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician and an addiction medicine specialist. And tonight, we have none other than Nancy Sinatra coming in. I have her May 95 Playboy issue. $4.95.
It was extra expensive that month?
No, it should have been for Nancy, because God knows people have been waiting 30 years to get a peek at them boots. But the point is, and I just noticed because I never buy them.
They're just mailed to you.
No, I don't even do that. I'm too cheap for even the prescription, but I get roommates who prescribe to Playboy, and then I pilfer them.
For you, it may be a prescription. For most people, it's a subscription.
Oh, subscription. All right. Well, we're off to a banner start. You know, it was one of those things where I said prescription, and my little voice in my head went, that's not right.
No, for you, it is a prescription, though.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I think so. I think
I could write it off. And the fact that I rub it on myself makes it topical.
All right.
Prescription. Hey, Drew, what'd you do this weekend?
I tired my kids out, take them to a playground. I ran, exercised, wrote a lecture I have to give in 10 days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Performed an opera?
No, I've admitted a bunch of people to the hospital. I've had a productive weekend.
Now, when you say admitted people to the hospital, does that mean you ran over a crowded bus stop?
No,
or you actually worked there?
Just I went there. I went and admitted my patient.
Know what I did? I watched Radio Days by Woody Allen. Genius. I saw, what the hell was that movie? Species.
You just saw it and you can't remember what it was?
Well,
you can't remember the name.
Well, it's not like they keep saying the name throughout the movie. You watch the movie. You know, you got to look at the jacket. I walked around in my bathrobe. I pondered life.
There's a couple things missing from your weekend that you haven't.
Oh, the whole masturbatory and
I mean,
thing?
not just that, but napping.
Napping. I napped heavily. Oh, I bought a new pillow. Yes,
big weekend. Very productive.
Anything that helps the napping.
That's good.
And what use? I bought a new sheet, by the way.
It's kind of scary when you're getting
200 threads in this sheet, apparently.
Yeah.
Pure cotton. But what use is a fitted sheet if the goddamn thing pops off about 2 hours into REM? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. How with the fitted sheets, you pull it around the corner, it sucks in real tight, everything looks good. Then
you didn't buy the right size sheet, I suspect.
Is that what it was? Yeah. All right, we're going to the phones because I think we're boring everyone with their own personal problems here. Sean?
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah, I've been going out with my girlfriend for like 4 months. And, well, we see each other about like 3 times at the most a week. And, hold on. And...
Is that her in the background?
Yeah, no, that's my mom.
Yeah.
Well, like last night we went out, and everything goes great when we go out. But, you know, when I, like, drop her off, and, like, throughout today, I get, like, really depressed. You know, like... I don't understand why, but I just do.
You have trouble being away from her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
is this the first relationship like this you've had?
No, I've had like this is the second serious relationship, and my first one, like the same thing pretty much, but we saw more of each other, and she like broke up with me.
How long did that one last for?
That was 2 months.
Yeah.
Can I give put in my 2 cents here?
Yeah, go ahead, Adam.
I think if you see somebody as much as you want to see somebody, if you have sex with somebody as much as you want to have sex with somebody, if you lie around, eat popcorn, and watch bad movies as much as you want to lie around, eat popcorn, and watch bad movies with someone, your relationship is going to be over in about a month.
Oh, yeah.
It will. It is good that you're forced to go separate ways.
To keep some spark in it.
Yeah, it really is true. It's why we're back to the pizza analogy. You know, if the slices never ran out, you would probably gorge yourself, vomit, and never be able to enjoy it again.
Well, yeah, but like I don't think it's like natural to get get really depressed about it.
What was your upbringing like?
Well, I was obese throughout my junior high and high school years, and I never had a girlfriend. And when I lost the weight, you know, everything changed.
How about your family? What was that like?
Oh, my family? Yeah. Well, my mom, And Dad got divorced when I was about 6.
Can you see how losing and being away from things that you really care deeply about could be sort of desperate for you? Could cause a fear that you're going to lose them, or rekindle that pain, perhaps, that you felt?
Yeah.
You know, and so it's not weird. It's natural enough given the circumstances you came up in.
And a week is a hell of a long time. I was just thinking about this today. I mean, when I could remember having to part with the one I loved on a Sunday night, knowing I'm not going to see him again until Friday night, and thinking, Jesus, I may fall in love 3 or 4 times before that, or who knows?
Or something could happen. You could lose them.
California may crack off. We may slide into the ocean.
Right.
Whatever. But the point is now you go, oh, Christ, it's coming right around the corner. I mean, it gets faster as you go along, Sean.
And Sean, I don't know that we can say anything or that you can even do anything to make those feelings really go away.
I mean, she's really smart, and she's going to be going away to college probably
oh boy.
After summer. That's been on my mind ever since we've been going out.
No, it's going to be tough.
And she hasn't found out where she's accepted yet, so I'm really stressing over that. And she tries to tell me not to, but I just can't help it.
Eventually, if you sort of smother her so much with these feelings, you may push her away. In fact, So be careful. I mean, just try to temper yourself. Try to contain some of these feelings. Understand where they're coming from. Just express it to her what your concerns are and what your fears are and how strongly you feel about things. And this is something you will learn to cope with as you get older, I suspect.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, Sean.
And one more thing.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the same thing. I'm in love with her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't I haven't told her since a month ago, and she doesn't like me saying it. She thinks it's too soon or something, and I don't.
All right, Sean. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I want you to do something for me.
What's that?
I want you to unzip your skirt. I want you to drop it down. I want you to kick it in the fireplace. I want you to put on some dungarees. Do you know what I'm saying, Sean? This is the problem. You're getting too gushy. You're like a big fat Jewish mother.
That's just what
Nobody wants that. You know what women want? They want that guy from Outlaw. You know what I'm talking about? Lorenzo Lamas. When a guy rides a motorcycle with no helmet and rarely wears a shirt. Even during the episodes where it's snowing, he's wearing a vest and no shirt on underneath. Do you understand?
I'm a good-looking guy, but...
All right, you're good looking, except for the stretch marks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How'd you know?
Well...
how do you get rid of those?
I get this job because I'm an idiot, Sean. Sean, listen.
Yeah.
Toughen up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Mm?
Get some hobbies. All right?
Yeah.
And stop whining. All right? You're the man.
Good luck, Sean.
Go, girl. Yeah. He's being a little... Women say they want compassion. Women say they want understanding. Women say they want a man that shares their... Not afraid to cry. Don't cry in front of any women. You're going to be in trouble. Let me tell you right now. And don't ask them, could I kiss you? They don't want that either. They say they want these things. They want these things, but they want to get to it. They don't want you to wear it like a bad medallion. Their job, women want to scrape away the harsh veneer and get to the gooey nougat inside. That stuff is a gooey nougat. It should be running through you. But it should not be on the outside collecting flies, dirt, and twigs. Am I right, Drew?
Well, I mean, there is strength in being sensitive, too. I mean, you don't have to be passive and frightened to be sensitive.
Right.
So,
but they want Lorenzo Lamas with the tattoo and the leather vest saying, I just need to be held. But they want to look at that and hear him say that. You know what I mean? They don't want to see it. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
You're always right. Just push the button.
Thank you. Annette.
Yes.
You're on Loveline.
Hi, Adam. Hi, Dr. Drew.
Hi, Annette.
I have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
My cousin, she's 22, and she's just found out that she's pregnant with her first child.
Mm-hmm.
And she found out that she got herpes from her boyfriend.
The same guy that impregnated her.
Right.
Mm. And she's following that pattern that is only too common today, which is you have a child first,
right.
then you have the relationship, and then you have a marriage.
Right.
Maybe.
Right. Isn't that how it goes these days?
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
And her doctor said that herpes, you can never get rid of it. It's not. It's like a.
That is correct.
There's no cure.
That is correct. It's chronic. It recurs.
And I was wondering what kind of problems will cause it when she delivers.
Sometimes, if there's a significant outbreak, the obstetrician will choose to do a cesarean section because the baby can become infected as it's going through the canal. The most serious complication, that would be an eye infection. The herpes can get in the eye of the baby.
You mean being dragged past the infected area?
Right.
Kind of like backing up over those things that say the severe tire damage.
Right.
So she'll end up having to have a C-section?
Possibly. Although, as I understand, I'm not an obstetrician, but as I understand the obstetrical literature, they are delivering more and more women with herpes. But you got to remember, 25%, I think, of pregnancies end in C-section anyway.
Right. Not that they have to, but it's just an insurance thing that the hospitals deal with. Oh, come on, Drew. You got to fess up on this one. They don't want to deal with complications. If it's close, boom, C-section.
Oh,
am I right?
It may be motivated out of a concern for legal ramifications.
Yes.
That may be part of what...
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. Don't think they're concerned about the patients.
It's because...
Plus a few more bucks in it for them, I'd imagine. Am I right, Drew?
No, because you got to remember, in these days, it's all capitated. So the less care you give, the more money the hospital makes.
Yeah.
Wait, it's all capitated?
They get a sum of money per number of patients, no matter how much care they give. So
really?
They keep whatever's left over at the end of rendering care. So if they give less care, they get to keep more money.
Oh, well, okay. Now with that capitation clause, they'll probably go back to the easy way then. You'll be birthing out by the river.
Thanks, Annette. Good luck.
Okay.
All right, Annette. Oh, we have the great Nancy Sinatra, who looks like she's making her way into the studio as we speak. But until then...
Do this one quickly.
We're going to go do this one quickly. Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hey, Adam, you rock, dude. I love you.
Hey, thanks.
And Drew, you're cool, too, but Adam rocks, so...
So there you go.
Yeah, Drew makes a ton of money and is happier than I am. So see, rocking isn't always the best thing.
Anyway, I was calling about Nitrous.
Yep.
A couple of my friends have been doing it at parties a lot, and I was just curious, like, I heard brain damage is kind of like whacking yourself in the head with a oar, or...
Yeah, a little bit. That's a good... Didn't you say that?
I think I may have said snow shovel, but oar will do.
You said baseball bat.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That's a reasonable analogy.
That's a reasonable
there's a couple things that concern me about nitrous. One is that it's an anesthetic, and for me, if somebody's going to administer anesthesia to me, it's not going to be a friend of mine in somebody's living room, right? There are all the cardiac complications, respiratory complications inherent in that. Not to mention, I don't know if you've ever seen people do like nitrous at raves, but they fall on their face all the time. They stand up at a
just giggle.
No, they fall down. A lot of people pass out.
No, there is a certain inherent danger. I mean, if you stand straight up and then you just go limp,
you go down.
You can easily whack your head on the side of a coffee table.
Yeah. Right. Now, that's the least of my concerns. There also have been these neuropathies associated with it. That is to say, your motor function starting in your feet and moving up tend to become impaired such that you ultimately can't breathe. And I've seen cases in people who use a lot of nitrous where they get psychotic. They begin
like what's a lot, though? I mean,
I've only seen it in dentists who have a lot of access to it. I have some dentists who are addicted to nitrous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like little for you, little for me?
Probably all day long, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, I mean, who could resist? There it is. Boom. For lunch.
Are you telling me something?
Well, I'm not a dentist. I haven't even been to the dentist in 3 years.
All right.
Screw that damn dentistry. It's witchcraft, I tell you. Every 6 months. My ass.
All right, Chris.
Teeth are perfectly clean.
Bye-bye.
Teeth never felt better. Nancy?
Yeah.
Whoop.
What'd we do?
Is she on now?
Am I on?
Yeah, I hear her. Do you hear her?
No.
You don't?
Am I here? Oh, there I am. Hello.
We have the lovely Nancy Sinatra.
Hi, everybody.
So you're in here.
I'm in here. Haven't been here since I did Larry King's show from here last time.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It's a great place, this studio.
His picture's up on the wall.
Where?
Out right in the front there.
What is B. Arthur doing here behind you with a little balloon that says Adam on it?
She's a fan.
Ah.
I'm actually stalking her, and somebody faxed over a shot of her. One of her better shots, too. Always, she's kind of missing the chin there. But
she's in a play now. It's doing really well, huh?
Oh, she is?
With Renee Taylor and Joe Bologna.
Really?
Yep.
I have to kill both of them because I'm stalking her.
Uh-oh.
All right, so Nancy, you have your 30th anniversary of These Boots Were Made for Walking.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up here at
the Hard Rock
on the 12th. And now that's 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock at the Hard Rock on Beverly Boulevard.
Right.
It's going to be fun. Just come by and have something to eat with us.
Open to the public?
Uh-huh. Yeah, what we're doing is I'm giving them some souvenirs, some memorabilia, a pair of white high-heeled boots. And
now, are they the boots? Was there the boots?
The boots, I don't know. Those bit the dust a long time ago. I don't know where those are anymore. But, yeah, they're all the boots, I guess, if they look that way. They have that old kind of go-go look to them,
and they're kind of, people call them Nancy Sinatra boots.
They do?
Yeah, they do. Don't they?
Geez, that's
Come
nice.
on, Drew, pipe up. This is radio.
Adam,
for
you're right.
Christ's sake. Look at him like a dog in the back of a car. It's got to be nice. Yeah, I'm looking to have, like, some paraphernalia named after me.
Like what?
Well, like a lot of listeners know, I like to dump a lot of talc down my shorts before I leave the house.
Oh,
so
yeah?
maybe some sort of talc jock or, something. I'm looking.
Oh, well, you can think of something more romantic than that. Come on.
More romantic than the talc jock?
Yeah.
Anything? I mean, you're sizing me up. You see I'm an attractive man.
I'll figure it out by the time I leave here.
Talc jock.
All right, now let's talk a little bit more about Nancy here, who obviously daughter of Frank, and I'm sure you just get a ton of that, or have your entire life. But what kind of people were coming by the house? I mean, we're having
one who just died yesterday, George Burns.
George Burns used to come by the house.
Yep.
You know what? The thing about George Burns, I suspect foul play. I really do.
It's surprising somebody would die at that age, isn't it?
Well, I'm just saying, 100 years. You can make a lot of enemies in 100 years.
Not George.
Oh, jeez.
Is that wrong? Well, you die after 100, you can say what you want. Am I right?
Right.
I mean, he's like he's older than Abe Lincoln, for Christ's sake. We can say what we want. He had a great life. We should all live to be 100.
That's right.
All right. So George used to come by the house. Any big names? Any big names vomit at the house or anything like that? I'm into that.
I don't know. I was a little girl. Come on.
But
I don't know.
Anyone like Joey Bishop or Buddy Hackett or something ever come in and like get loaded and maybe like destroy something?
Well, they all got loaded, of course. They all got loaded in those days.
And where was the house?
In West L.A.
Uh-huh. And would Dad have like a card night or something where the Rat Pack would come by?
Sure, card night, and well, actually they used to play cards all day long.
Right, out by the pool wearing those funny terry cloth wraparound things with the monogram?
No, just trunks, getting a little...
Buddy Hackett in trunks can be a little scary.
Getting a few rays, just hanging out.
All right, so then how... Well, no, wait, you don't want to give away your age, because we know the 30th...
Why not?
We do? We do.
I was born in 1940.
All right, I'm going to do some quick math here. Holy mackerel, 56 years old. You don't mind if I look at the Playboy while you're here, do you?
No.
That doesn't make you uncomfortable?
No. I'm proud of my age.
But you wouldn't like if I touched myself?
I wouldn't like it. I would not
You
like
mean
it.
on the radio?
No, I wouldn't like it.
Drew would get uncomfortable with that because, all right, Drew, you know these damn Playboy, they put all these stupid inserts in here so you flick right to like the Brute ad and you go right past the nudity. Drew, find Nancy.
It's in the
Come
back.
on. All right, now Nancy, we're going to go to the calls. You're going to help us out, right?
Okay.
You know how this stuff goes? Because I don't.
I have two daughters. I sort of do.
Oh,
Sort
okay.
of know.
All right. Jay.
Hello.
Hey, you're on Loveline with Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, and Nancy Sinatra.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, Ann.
We're all good.
Good.
Jay.
Listen.
You're Jay.
Yeah, I'm Jay. I have been, in the last few years, discovering that I've been getting into relationships where it's almost like the girl's, in a way, bad for me. But I go for that more, and I get obsessive, and almost, I'm basically pushing them away. And then the girls that want to come around me, I don't want anything to do with, and I treat them like crap.
Yes. This is the oldest question. Do you understand, Jay?
No, I don't.
I mean, this is a problem that has been going on since Adam and Eve.
Okay.
Nancy, what's your take on it? Oh, Drew just got... And Drew, it took him like 10 minutes to get to this. Lord knows what he's doing.
You know what? I want to ask Dr. Drew this, because I've always heard that men and women seek out their mothers for the...
Sometimes.
Okay, but see what's happening...
Depending on the person and the problems.
I'm just wondering, Jay, if the people you like are like your mom or not like your mom.
I don't see any traits of my mom in them, but what I'm doing basically...
Maybe that's what's wrong, though.
Well, what I'm doing, I think, is it's almost like I'm pushing too hard. It's like, it seems to me like, that old cliche saying where the girls like the guys who treat them like crap.
Right.
But
Jay,
I'm treating these girls nice and
Jay,
giving them,
Jay.
Go ahead.
It seems like your self-esteem is not at all-time high, because I think when somebody likes you, when someone reaches out to you, you don't trust it. You think they must be flawed. It's that Woody Allen joke.
It's even more than that. It's more that he wouldn't. It's a Groucho Marx, really. They wouldn't want to be a member of a club that would have him as a member. But it's more than that. You really seek out abusive relationships in which there is chaos and problems.
But that's bad.
That is bad. At least you have that insight. At least you have that insight. But that, as Nancy was pointing out, is often a function of the kind of circumstance you're raised in. If you were physically or emotionally abused when you were growing up, or you had unavailable parents, you had no way to develop any self-esteem, as Adam says, because you weren't properly. There was no empathic connection, as they say.
Don't you think it's nice that he recognizes the pattern?
Yeah, right. He sees a problem. That's good.
I want to end the pattern.
That's great. That's excellent.
Good.
So I need some help from
Let
you
me
guys.
tell you how therapy works. You recognize it, and in a short 15 to 20 years, you're making some subtle changes. That's
20 years ain't going to work.
All right. Well, get yourself into a little therapy, Jay.
Okay.
You know what's going on.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, you can't say that for sure. He knows he wants to make a change. Try to make the change in the direction you want to make it. If you can't make it, then if you really cannot make the change, then you might need some professional help.
All right, and when we come back, we're going to examine this pictorial here. We have a picture of Nancy in her underwear on like the Ed Sullivan Show or something. We're going to find out all about this when we come back. We're back. Let me get the phone number out. 1-800-LOVE-191. The fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. He's board-certified physician, Dixon medicine specialist. She is Nancy Sinatra. You can find her at the Hard Rock in the Beverly Center this Tuesday, which would be the 12th, I believe, at 7 o'clock?
7.
7 o'clock for the 30th anniversary of these boots. Were made for walking. Mm-hmm. You're going to sign some boots, which for all...
I'll sign anything, Bring anything you want. Some people bring old albums. Some people bring books.
You're not charging like they do with those crappy baseball things.
No.
Those baseball things, they charge like $10 for something that's flat, like a card or a program.
What are you talking about?
No, let me tell you. Hold on,
What do you mean baseball thing? What does that mean?
There's autograph, the autograph sessions they do where they get all these old dried up baseball guys to sit around and they pay them.
Right.
And these fans line up. They charge them $10 to sign a baseball card or a program or something that's flat. They charge $15 if it's curved. Like a baseball bat or ball or something like that.
Weird.
That's great. Go and meet the legend.
It's big business.
Drop off $15 and he can sign you. Hey, this is for my kid. He's retarded. He's in the hospital. Okay, I'll be $15.
The Hard Rock won't even let us sell albums or anything. They're very up and up about that. We're not selling anything, but you do have to pay for food. We're not buying the food for.
You're not buying a round of burgers for them?
No.
Now, they're into, like, the rainforest destruction and everything over there. They got that thing. But all they serve is burgers. And isn't that a little contradictory? I mean...
They're clearing the forest to make room for the cows.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
That's why they have that toad up there. I thought they were trying to send a message, but it's more of a thing for, like, people who have stock.
Right.
All right, but I don't want to bash the Hard Rock, considering you're going to be there. All right, let's talk a little about Elvis. You're in Speedway.
Yeah.
What year was that?
68.
Anything we should know about Elvis that we don't already know?
Elvis.
And don't give us that he was a gentleman crap. I want some good stuff.
He was great. I miss him. I miss him so much. You have no idea.
Did you guys hang out a lot?
Not a lot, but I knew he was there. He knew I was there. He was there for me when my kids were born, and I was there for him the night his baby was born. It was a very close relationship, and I really miss him. He was funny, though. Funny and fidgety. You could sit with him, and there was always something on him. It was either his fingers,
So he had...
or his foot. He's keeping time with his foot. Something was always moving.
We call that ADD now, don't we, Drew?
Hyperthyroidism.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. See, now... see, back then, he was a movie star. Now we just give him some sedatives, get him in some sort of special counseling or something, and whip it right out of him. Wouldn't we, Drew?
Yeah, we probably would.
Yeah, we'd say, hey, that boy's a little fidgety. Let's confiscate the guitar, take the grease out of the hair, and we'll send him to a special magnet school.
He would have lived longer.
We're going to learn to sit still.
Yeah,
well, that's true. He'd be alive, but who would care? All right, we're going back to the phones.
Not that who'd care if he turned out to be who he was. Who would care if we'd taken the creativity out of him and he'd lived longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right. I know this isn't how you pronounce it, but Asia?
Asia.
Asia. Yeah, okay.
Hi, I'm calling because obviously I have a problem. And, okay, what's going on is every time I ask a guy out, I get one of three lines. A, I just want to be friends. B, you're one of the guys, you're a pal. Or C, you're like a kid's sister.
Mm-hmm. Which is all really A.
It just bugs me.
These are variations of A, Asia.
Yeah.
Right?
Technically, yeah.
So what's going on? They're not looking at you in a feminine way?
I don't know. I'm not a tomboy. I mean, I wear the baby doll tees, the whole bit.
How old are you?
How old am I? I'm 13.
Because we have the queen of femininity right here tonight,
No,
Nancy
not
Sinatra.
exactly that either. I don't scream.
Not you, but we have that here in studio in Nancy Sinatra. Nancy, any tips? Because I'm looking at these pictures.
How old are the guys that you ask out?
Usually 13 or 14.
Girls grow up faster.
Right.
Maybe you should be asking out a 15-year-old boy.
Unfortunately, I don't know a lot of those, and most of them think I'm too short for them.
And let me ask you this. How many times have you actually done this, that you've asked guys out?
I don't know exactly.
Roughly.
I don't, switch from guy to guy immediately.
I mean, 3 times, 30 times?
Roughly around 5.
5 times. So it may just be the guys. I mean, at that age, they may be sort of, who knows what their reaction would be to that sort of thing. I think it's good that you're doing that. I think we ought to encourage more women to assert themselves in this way.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going on because, I'm really good friends with a bunch of guys.
Well, we don't know you, and so we can't really say exactly what's going on. Ask your friends, ask your peers, just test your environment, see how you're perceived, what you're putting out there that might be sort of doing you a disservice. And keep testing the water. I think you're going to do just fine. Don't worry. You're only 14.
Yeah.
The world is not going to crash down around you tomorrow, okay?
And if you ever hear any of these supermodels interviewed, they always say, oh, I was a tomboy, none of the boys looked at me, I couldn't go to prom, which I always think is a tremendous load of crap. I think they just say that. But, Cindy Crawford said, oh, yeah, boys wouldn't look my way, I had to beg for dates, blah, blah, blah. That didn't happen to you, Nancy, did it?
Sure it did. It happens to everybody.
Now, was it weird for...
But you know what? I think Asia should work against her appearance and not worry about baby doll T-shirts and stuff like that.
So you're saying she should go the tomboy route?
Yeah, I think she should.
She
and
should
have
be what
a good
she is.
time
Yeah,
with
she should be who she
the guys
is.
and be surprised what comes out of that.
Now, did you go to like a regular high school?
I went to Uni High.
Oh, in here
West
in
LA,
LA?
yeah.
And so you went to a public school.
Mm-hmm.
And did you have guys coming over to the house and asking you out and that kind of thing?
Yeah, but mostly we hung out at school or in the cars or we went out in groups. I went steady though with a boy that I thought I might marry even at one point.
Dean Martin?
Dean Martin. No. He was cute though.
He certainly was.
His name was Jack, and I was really in love with him.
And this is all through high school?
Yeah. Well, no. He graduated the year before I did, so it was like his last year, his senior year.
Oh, okay. And did you bring him over to the house for dinner and stuff?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Was it a little intimidating with Frank around for the boys? I mean,
my parents were divorced by then, so
okay.
Frank wasn't hanging around, but he still met my dad.
But he still knew. If you really couldn't afford to screw over Nancy Sinatra, I mean, at 18. You know what I mean?
You believe the concrete stories, do you?
No. I'm not saying he'd have you rubbed out, but I'm saying he could, take a limb or something like that. I'm not saying he would.
No.
It would just be intimidating.
You don't want to screw around with Frank Sinatra's daughter when you're 17. That's all.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And I may be implying some kind of weird mafia connection. I don't know, but that's all I'm saying. Now, let's look at this picture.
He's not.
I'm done. Let's look at this real fast. Now, you're here in your underwear, and you're on what show?
That's from a movie called The Last of the Secret Agents.
And which?
Marty Allen and Steve Rossi. Do you remember them?
Marty Allen,
Adam,
yes.
This is not a television show yet. Why don't you describe what you're pointing at?
Well, Nancy is standing in.
No, you're in the Playboy.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I have the Playboy cracked open to the front page. You know, they always do that before they get to the nude stuff, and I'm being tasteful and staying on that page. And here's Nancy in her. I don't have to point to
Looks
it anymore.
Looks like a Victoria's Secret ad. It's a black bra and black panties and a black garter belt and pantyhose. I mean stockings.
Right.
And black suede pumps.
Right. And you're Agent 00 Garter, and you're doing a movie with Marty Allen?
Marty Allen and Steve Rossi. It was a silly movie, and it was fun to do.
All right.
And that's a result. That picture is a result of a breakaway dress, which I caught in the refrigerator door, and as I pulled away from it, the dress came off.
All right. So they weren't stupid back there in the 60s. They knew what they had. We're going to put Nancy in the movie, and we're going to put her in a Velcro dress. She can get it hooked on something. Boom, she's in her panties.
Yeah, and I was very naive, very stupid, didn't know what the heck I was doing, and wasn't aware of sexuality or anything like that, even at that age.
Well, I'm looking. You look like you're aware of it.
No, I wasn't. Believe me.
And that didn't piss Frank off at all? He didn't say, hey,
I don't know. I never asked.
Around in your panties?
I never asked him about it.
Okay. Because I know Drew. Drew, if your girl was walking around in some spy movie in her underwear, you'd be upset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Boy, we're rolling right along, aren't we tonight? All right, we're going to take a fast call. Yes? Okay. Drew, what call do you want? 3. Howard.
Hello?
Howard?
Hi.
Howard?
This is Howard, and I had a question. Okay, I have hepatitis B, right?
Hepatitis B.
B.
Okay.
And I was wondering, what can I take for headaches?
Well, how long have you had hepatitis B?
My mom had it, and
So
I got it during birth.
During delivery. And so you have chronic hepatitis B.
I'm not sure.
You need to. You still have hepatitis B, or
Yeah.
you had it? Okay, so you still have hepatitis B. So that means it is still affecting your liver. Have you seen a liver specialist?
No, but I've went to my doctor a couple times, and I got tests, blood tests.
Right. Howard, you really should see a liver specialist because there are treatments out there for hepatitis B. And hepatitis B unchecked, there are sort of different manifestations of hepatitis B, but some of them can progress to cirrhosis, and it's pretty serious business. And you may be able to avoid that through treatments. So make sure you follow. You don't want to use Tylenol. I'm sure they told you that. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard aspirin's bad, too.
Aspirin is bad. Conceivably, you might want to take a low dose of Advil or something like that. Preferably, you would just use nothing.
I have another question.
Can you use nothing, by the way?
You would not use anything.
Oh, okay.
Howard, what's the other thing? Real quick.
How about codeine?
You could take codeine, but it's usually Tylenol with codeine, so you want to take straight codeine, okay? And that's a controlled substance. You got to get a triplicate form for that. It's a real pain in the neck.
Thank you.
But just go see the hepatologist. That's really the most important thing, okay?
Wouldn't he have someone like assigned to him if he got it at birth? I mean, didn't they know he had it when he was born?
Probably not.
He could have found out later?
Yeah, I mean, that's called vertical transmission. That's probably the most frequent way of transmission worldwide. And a lot of people don't know they have it their whole life.
You get it from your mom.
A lot of people don't know how until they're 70 they end up with cirrhosis. They didn't know they had it.
Right, and because it affects the liver, you can't take aspirin and stuff like that because that stuff goes to the liver and affects the liver.
Well, the Tylenol particularly. Yeah.
All right, so you're saying he should just use nothing.
Nothing.
All right, fine advice, Drew, and we'll be back. We're back here on Loveline with Dr. Drew and Nancy Sinatra. I'm Adam Carolla. The phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. The fax number, 310-854-4455. And it's back to the phones we go. Reggie.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you? I called a while ago, quite a while ago, a couple months ago. You remember I was the bisexual guy I was going out with two people, and I wanted them to meet each other. And Dr. Drew didn't think it was such a good idea.
Yeah, a male and a female?
Yes. And so I felt so bad about it because Dr. Drew was ranting about how evil I was. And so I said, well, maybe it's not such a good thing that I'm doing. I really felt bad about it. So I broke up with one of them, and in the course of a couple months, the relationship with the guy ended too. And so, like, I'm at work the other day, right? And in they walk, both of them arm in arm, and they sit down at a table. And I'm looking at, they're staring at me through the entire set.
Entire set?
Yeah, I do singing.
Oh, you're a singer?
Yeah, I do an impression.
Oh, you do? All right, well, stop doing your best weirdo. All right, who do you do?
Kurt Cobain.
Huh?
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. What the hell? Yeah. Wait. All right. Give us. Yeah. Don't worry. We're gonna get to that. Give us that.
You want to hear some?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I have to pull out the guitar.
Oh, it's all.
You imagine this poor bastard's neighbors.
What's that?
Oh no, not the Kurt Cobain! For Christ's sake. Go ahead.
Okay.
Fascinating.
Yeah, he's tuning his guitar just like Kurt used to do.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
One more special message to go, and then I'm done. I can go home. Love myself better than you. I know it's wrong. What should I do? Now I'm on a plane. I can't complain. Now I'm on a plane.
Are we done?
Yeah, Reggie.
Yeah?
Kurt should have got to you before he got to himself. Reggie, listen. Do you do any Nancy Sinatra?
What's that?
You do Nancy Sinatra?
Boots made for walking.
Yeah.
So, Reggie, what happened after these two sat down in front of you?
So I was so nervous. I mean, I went to the bathroom, right? You know, I
cut to
get myself psyched up.
Right there.
Cut to the chase. What happened?
Huh?
Cut to the chase. What's the punchline?
Right. I went to the bathroom, and then when I came out, they were gone.
Okay, so all you know is that they know each other.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to ask you is, do you think that a relationship between three people could have been possible?
No.
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, give us one more impersonation before you leave.
Really?
Yeah. Who do you do?
Well, that's about it.
It's painful.
He's rangy, that Reggie.
Broad range.
He covers a lot of ground.
Oh.
He wouldn't have made it into the Rat Pack, would he have, Nancy?
People who did dangerous things were thrown out of the Rat Pack.
Huh. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Were there ever more than the 5?
Yeah, there were people in and out, but, you did drugs or you did stupid things that would get you in trouble or get you killed or dead or whatever. You were just ousted.
So that happened to some of the people that were
Sure.
interviewed.
Yeah.
Any names that we might know of?
Well, the most famous one is Peter Lawford.
Oh, he ended up getting tossed out?
Yeah, because he would not stop doing drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was
Sammy was called in on the carpet, Sammy Davis, and told that if he didn't stop, he was going to be on his own because they just couldn't handle it anymore. So, with today, given our problems with diseases, people have either a death wish or are suicidal. I don't know what it is. I look at my 2 daughters, one of whom is sitting right here with us, Amanda, and I cringe with fear, thinking that perhaps a guy like this, who's been with a guy and a girl at the same time, or is juggling, my daughter's going to meet somebody like that, and he's going to bring his sexual past into her life, and I get very upset. Yeah. I get very nervous. What is it with people? Don't they realize that this is just like taking a gun and playing Russian roulette?
Yeah, well, hopefully, and this gets back to a whole societal thing, you've instilled enough, good sense in her that she would walk to the other side of the street when Al Capone came around with his guitar. Well, you get a pretty good vibe off a guy like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but it's not just guys like that are dangerous. In fact, the most dangerous guys are the ones that appear to be the most together.
Yeah. Well, that's what you got to do. So you got to wear a condom, and you got to take your time.
And that's why you've said this a million times, Adam. That's why we have to have good parenting, so people are nurtured in such a way as they have the esteem to sense out and make decisions for themselves, and not make bad choices where they end up at risk and potentially endangering themselves. And doesn't just apply to sexual behavior; it applies to risk taking of all types.
Right, and
But you said Sammy was called on the carpet about substances.
Yeah.
How did they deal with
Sammy
it?
was able to stop. Sammy just stopped. He just quit because it meant his friends meant more to him than doing drugs, doing cocaine.
Cocaine
whatever was available in those days.
You
know, they did it all. Not my dad or Dean, but some of the others did. And it was nobody told us really early on. It's like we didn't have. When I was a kid, when I was Amanda's age, we didn't have disclaimers on cigarette packs. You know, we didn't know.
Well, there was a great sort of endorsement of alcohol consumption, and if some other substance came along with that, people would just experiment with it. And if they were biologically inclined, off they'd go with that drug.
Yeah, biologically inclined. You mean addictive personality?
It's a biochemical thing, yeah. So, I'm sorry. Let's go on.
No, hey, Drew, say your piece. This is your show, too. Sean.
Yeah.
You're on Loveline.
Yeah, I want to ask out this girl, but I'm totally good friends with her and everything. I mean, I can totally just open up to her and just tell her anything, like, that's going wrong in my life. But if I ask her out, like, I'm afraid I'll, like, ruin the relationship that's already there.
Uh-huh. Because you won't be able to talk to her once you're dating?
Yeah, well, no, like, after we break up, like, I don't know.
He's anticipating the breakup already. No, that's right. I mean, the best relationships are really those between friends, but when you do that, when that friendship develops a level of intimacy, you risk losing a long-term friendship because it is very difficult to go back to the friend state once you've been more intimate. Though it's possible, but you would have to spend a good deal of time apart before you could try to reinitiate the relationship on a less intimate level.
Have you kissed her yet?
Yeah.
And
others.
Any sparks?
Huh?
Any sparks?
I guess, but it was a while ago.
How long ago?
This summer.
All right. Well, that's not so long ago, but I guess it is when you're 14.
14-year-old years, yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
This is an age-old question because we get 5 of these a night. You don't want to ruin.
What is that?
Sean?
Hello?
Oh, wow.
Sean?
But answer it to him.
All right. I'm going to put him on hold and answer it and say that, what do? You have a good relationship, with somebody. You don't want to jeopardize it. On the other hand, what are you supposed to do? Not live your life or
not have a relationship with people you value?
Date people you don't know who you don't like very much? Well, actually, that's okay, depending on how they're built. Yeah?
Can I tell a personal thing?
Sure.
When I met my husband, I was 19, and I didn't marry him until I was 28.
Really?
And we were friends for all those years.
Really?
And
did you have a relationship too, on and off, or was it just a friendship?
No, we were friends, working friends.
No sex?
And we knew each other. No, absolutely not.
But after
we didn't even start
right?
dating. We didn't even start dating until all those years later. I mean, it was so a good friendship is a great foundation for a personal relationship.
But here's the only problem with that in my mind. You guys are great friends. Meanwhile, he's having his relationships. You're having your relationships. And you're both confiding in each other about those relationships over these 9 years that you're friends. So by the time you do get together, this guy's basically got a dossier. I mean, he has a file on you.
But you're honest.
You're
you're also honest. Both have now had to see each other honestly as who they are.
Yeah, I know, but he's hearkening back to some truck driver you were dating. You were complaining because he was flogging you with his penis or something, and he can't get it out of his mind now. Not you per se, Nancy. Not that you would go out with a trucker. But I'm just saying, and nothing wrong with truckers. They keep America moving. But what I'm saying is, really?
Yeah.
But they know... I don't have a truck. I'm going to lie. But they know all the goods. They have all the goods. And in a way, that's good. But in a way, I don't know. You want a little, a little mystery.
No, the mystery's still there.
All right.
If you haven't taken your clothes off, the mystery's still there.
Okay. I'm saying a little less history, a little more mystery, and we'll be back.
Hi, this is Chad Smith.
And this is Dave Navarro. We're from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
And you're listening to Loveline with
Dr. Drew
and Adam.
Hey, you certainly are. They certainly were. Something like that. Anyway, Nancy distracted me right before we went on the air.
Limbaugh tape.
Oh, you saw Rush Limbaugh tape?
Behind you, and I asked if we could sabotage it. That's all.
That big fat one back there? Where is it? Oh, that little
Limbaugh theme.
Oh, Limbaugh theme?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Man, we should play that later. I'm sure we'd be sued. Nancy Sinatra?
Yes.
You have a mural?
Adam Carolla.
Wow, that was good.
Yeah.
On Hollywood Boulevard?
No, Highland.
Oh, wait a minute.
Just south of Hollywood.
Oh, just south of, I'm sorry. Now everyone's crashing into each other, frantically looking for the billboard. It's the Boots.
It's the album cover. It's really nice. It's very cool.
And it's for the 30th anniversary?
It's, well, I don't know. This man, I'm never sure how to pronounce his name. George Sportelli.
Ah, Goomba.
He paints walls of buildings and tries to clean up Los Angeles by doing so. He doesn't get any money for it. He's really a cool guy. And he paints, I don't know, icons, I guess. And so he did me. And I was very flattered, and it's really adorable.
And it came out real well.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's right on a pizza parlor. So it's pretty perfect.
And you weren't. It's not Godfather's Pizza, is it?
No, I don't even know what it is.
And you weren't there saying, "Hey, come on, a little more up top, or trim a little here, or put a little more there."
Yeah, but not to him. When I was there, it was dark and he wasn't working. But I gave my critique to my PR guy, and he did it.
And they do that by making a grid, do they not?
Yes, they do.
And
they sort of paint in dots and little squares and stuff.
We'll be back in a minute. All right, this is Loveline. Let me give the phone number out, 1-800-LOVE-191, the fax number, 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. He is Dr. Drew. He's a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist, and she is Nancy Sinatra. And when we left off, we were talking about your billboard. Now, I was explaining that they grid. What they do is they take a picture. I guess in your case it would be the record cover, right?
That's right.
And they draw a grid on it with like a ruler, and they leave like a quarter. They make quarter-inch squares all the way through the thing, and then they'll draw a grid up on the side of the building, but it'll be like 1 foot squares instead of quarter-inch. And then they'll just look at each little grid and draw whatever's in that grid.
Right. It's a good thing my clothes are on.
Yeah.
Well, and then if people paint graffiti on it, he goes and cleans it up, George.
Right. And he could.
It's a good way to keep the city clean. I like it.
No one's
really
going to
nice.
graffiti that.
Well, yeah, why not? I might do it myself. I'll paint a mustache. But I'm not tall enough.
So you're immortalized on the side of a pizza parlor, and one day, God willing, maybe Drew and I, maybe if there's some artisan out there who's interested, who has a... Yes? Well, come on, Drew. What's wrong with that? Would draw you with, like, the body of Thor.
Do you guys tape these shows?
Do we tape them?
Yeah.
You mean, like, to keep for ourselves?
Do you have them in, like, a library of tapes?
Some.
We could get...
Because what you ought to do is go through and pick all your best stuff and your best advice and put something together and release it.
And you know who would buy that besides me, Drew, and our immediate family?
Depends on what kind of promotion you do.
Oh, we got a radio show to push it.
Yeah, come on, you know, think big.
All right, but I got to tell you, this segment where we're talking about it would not make the tape.
No, I know that. It's boring. I know. Everybody's going to sleep out there.
All right, Drew, what call do you want to go to? Because that is our bread and butter. And we're going right to it. Jeff.
Yeah.
Hey, you're on with Dr. Drew and Nancy Sinatra.
Hi. Yeah, I was calling for some advice. I got a little problem with some girls, and I don't really know how to, work on it because they're like sisters, and I don't know, it's got me really confused.
All right, what's the problem?
Well, see, I'm kind of like seeing them both, but you know, and they're sisters, and you know, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like they're catching on to it, and then sometimes they don't. You know, and I don't know. I don't know what to do because you know, if they catch on, I'm gonna end up probably losing them both. You know?
Oh, couldn't you? If you lost the sisters, couldn't you just move on to the mother and then the grandma?
Adam.
Well, come on.
Really?
This guy's got a pattern going. I was being facetious, Nancy. What are you doing dating sisters?
I don't know. Well,
can't you make a decision?
No. He needs to leave this family alone.
Everybody?
He is treading on sacred territory. He is potentially disrupting relationships that he shouldn't be messing with. He is not showing himself to be worthy of a relationship with these people. He's not really caring about the sanctity of this family.
Not honorable.
No, he needs to get, if he can learn from this, chalk it up to a learning experience, go out and have a relationship. But stay away from this family. This is, ridiculous.
Jeff.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Thank you.
That sounded good, Drew. Doug.
Hello?
Doug, you're on Loveline.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of nervous. It's my first time on radio, but what I was calling about was, it's sort of like what the guy before called about. I was asking for some advice about this. Well, before, when I was a freshman in high school, right now I'm a junior, what happened was they used to have, there was girls in, my freshman classes and stuff, and they used to just, pick on me a little bit. I was kind of the underdog, But, and I went through a really bad time with it, like everybody else was, and, what it started out was, one of them, they pretended to like me or something, and, what happened was, it was just like a joke or something.
So they were being cruel and yanking your chain.
Exactly. They used to go by and it was like a group, it could go anywhere from 3 people to 6 people and go by and throw stuff at you and stuff, but,
that is really the cruel, I mean, I remember when some of that went on, when I was in junior high or high school, where once in a while a pretty girl would go up to a real nerdy guy and, you're going to finish that cocktail cup, big boy, and sort of nuzzle up to him. It was like the cruelest...
Right.
Well, really like the cruelest thing you could do.
It is really amazing how cruel people are to one another when they're younger. Amazing.
Did you see that premiere last night of Malibu Shores?
Yeah, I did.
That's exactly, it's right on.
I've never been so excited about an answer. I'm like, yeah, over here. Yeah, like we're at some sort of porn auction or something. Yes!
What they did to that girl, the friend of the star.
Oh, I wasn't watching the entire thing, but this
Same
is
thing that he's talking about, exactly.
You're watching that schlock?
Well, my friend produces it, so I thought I'd take a look at it.
Oh, it's a fantastic show. You kidding?
That's all right.
No, it's an Aaron Spelling show.
Yeah.
He knows.
He does.
He does. I'll tell you what Aaron Spelling is like. Aaron Spelling is like a Twinkie or Der Wiener Schnitzel hot dog in the sense that
what do those two things have in common?
A bunch of lard, but here's what it is. Der Wiener Schnitzel hot dog, not a good hot dog by hot dog standards. But people like them. They get hooked on them.
Right.
And it doesn't taste like a regular hot dog. It tastes like a Der Wiener Schnitzel hot dog. Twinkie, not really a good dessert by dessert standards.
But it's a Twinkie.
But it's a Twinkie. It tastes like a Twinkie, and people sort of know it for Twinkie. No one calls it good, but God damn it, we need more of them. And that's what Aaron Spelling says. Everyone knows it's bad, but everyone gets hooked on it.
Well, you didn't say Der Wiener Schnitzel or Twinkies are bad.
Well, they are bad.
All right.
They are on the whole cosmic culinary scale. They're way down there.
They're like the Monet versus the Felt drawing.
Right.
But what's a guy to do when he's treated so shabbily, or a girl for that matter? What do you do?
I think you have to just sort of bite the bullet when you're in high school.
Well, it's kind of different now because, I don't know if I consider myself a nerd or anything. I have a substantial amount of friends at this school and all. It's just that, now that I'm a junior and stuff, they sometimes just go by, they'll drive by and yell, "Hey, sexy," and stuff like that.
I bet Bill Gates put up with stuff like this.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Well, I mean, I don't wear suspenders and glasses. That's just pretty normal. A lot of my friends are like punkers and stuff like that. But I mean, it's not like it's not like, you know, like...
I get
my
the
daughter's,
picture.
My daughter's shaking her head no to all this.
What is that? Get up on the mic. Can we have this mic on,
My
Brett?
daughter, Amanda. Everybody.
Amanda?
Here.
What's his name?
Doug.
Doug, don't worry about it. All those people are going to be nowhere by the time
he will get the last laugh.
They will. I was friends with every single person in my junior high school and my high school class, and I'm still friends with the so-called nerds. One of my best friends now was treated so badly in high school for being homosexual. And he's my best friend, and we're so close, and there's nothing... It's a whole different story, but, I mean, just to say that kids are cruel, and they're not... It doesn't matter. You'll rise above it, and you'll be stronger than they are for taking it, and for rising above what they'll sink into. You'll pass through it.
The weird thing is, it's like, because like a lot of my friends see what happens, you know, and like the thing is, you know, they think, well, they probably like you and stuff like that, and it's like, I don't know, you know, I'm so used to it from like earlier before that, and it's going on now.
Doug.
Yeah.
Doug, I'm telling you, listen to the Sinatra clan. This is a blessing. Here's what happens. When you have things go your way too fast and too early, you get a skewed version of reality. Like all the girls that were really great looking and had the great looking figures and you know were the belle of the ball all the way, you know, in junior high and high school, they didn't hit the books. They didn't develop other parts of their personalities. And same with guys. The big good looking jockey guys are out, you know, winning trophies and getting Letterman jackets and asking, you know, going with these girls to the prom. They didn't get to develop other parts. They had things given to them, things came easily, and everything was fine. But then they graduated high school, and they got tossed out in this big bucket of people. I mean, before it was just this little petri dish of people running around, and they were like the king atom or germ in this petri dish. And now they're in a huge barrel of humanity. No one gives a rat's ass about what they did on the gridiron back in 80 whatever. And they never had the tools. They never had the humility. They never had this stick-to-itness. They never had the drive that you get from being crushed into submission and verbally abused, and sometimes physically abused when you're in junior high.
Something happened to you?
No. God damn it. Am I right?
Right. Absolutely. I love to see you so passionate about it, too.
Oh, I can get passionate about anything. Even stuff I don't know about or have no passion for. That's really the beauty of me.
You had passion about Aaron Spelling a few minutes ago. It was amazing.
That's right. Oh, a fantastic producer. Now, Nancy, do you have to go at 10 after? That's what I hear. Can you stay around to the end of this break?
I'm deferring to the beautiful young woman who drove me here.
10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
10 more minutes.
Okay.
All right, we're going to line one. We're gonna cure Amber. Amber.
Hello.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Hi. I have a problem concerning my ex-boyfriend. We were together for about 7 months, and then we broke up. And then a couple of days later, after we broke up, we decided to start sleeping together again. And
Oi.
Yeah, it's been on and off, and we both say we really love each other, but I don't know, lately...
Wait, I can just imagine what Adam's going to say about that.
About the love part?
Yeah.
Well, he says he loves me, and I have a lot of feelings for him. It just that...
I'm sure you have a lot of feelings for him.
Why did you break up? Well, I don't know, and he's been going... He had another girlfriend that lasted about a week, and...
Why did you break up, Nancy asked?
Why did we break up?
Yeah.
He broke up with me. He said I was being difficult, and we were fighting a lot in the past.
What were you fighting about?
Anything. It was
like what? What kinds of things were really irritating you?
Okay, like he would forget to call me, and I would get angry.
Right. He was in love with you.
The Ozarks are a better mountain range than the Sierra Nevada range. Right. Come on.
Adam, how do you take his intense love for her?
He has put you on injured reserve. You have.
Do you even think he's capable of loving somebody?
No. You have what's known as a service agreement now, where he pulls into your stall and puts you up on the hoist once a week or every 3,000 miles, whatever comes first, and gives a quick lube job, and then he's back on the road again.
There's a little bit more.
What?
Well, he said he went and he said that last week we worked together, and he said that he was going to talk to his friend Dana, who has a boyfriend, and he wanted advice from her. And he wouldn't tell me what it was. He said part of it had to do with me. And all my friends are saying he's trying to decide whether or not to be with me because he thought he was moving and now he's not moving. And part of his reason for not getting together with me is because he said he was moving and now he's not. But
How old is he?
He's 18 as well.
And he has to do research with some other friend?
I don't understand why he won't talk to me about it.
Yeah, I can't understand that either, frankly. But I worry that your situation exemplifies what I refer to so often in this show, and that is that women very often misconstrue physical intimacy with emotional intimacy, or that you achieve a degree of emotional intimacy when you have physical intimacy that a man may not. And it's hard for you to accept that he is not feeling the way you are just because he's able to carry on this kind of physical intimacy with you. He may have no emotional intimacy.
Well, where's the respect?
That's my concern, is
isn't
that
there.
he's treating you so poorly. He really is not showing you, as Nancy says, respect. He's not caring for what is going on with you. You obviously are wrapped into this thing.
Yeah.
You are back. You're all the way into this relationship again. And he's doing the lube job. He's on the service agreement, whatever Adam said.
Oh, come on, Drew. Don't reduce it to that.
Jesse Jackson said it this way. He says, women should be respectable, not receptacles.
I'm sure he didn't
You know how
mean
he
it.
makes those little
Yeah, right. That was good for, that's good.
I think it's pretty interesting, actually.
But women, just particularly 18 and younger, just don't get how men perceive that kind of physical intimacy. They don't. They assume that what they're experiencing is what the guy is experiencing, and it's rarely the same.
Amber?
Yes?
You have any boots?
Oh, every time I kick him out of my life, he comes back.
Do you have any boots?
That's not because of him. It's because you take him back.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a victim in this game.
Now, Nancy, was it always these boots were made for walking, or did they toy around some other ideas, like these boots were made to kick you in the nuts and anything like that? The boots?
A lot of people had different theories about the reason for that song. Some people said it was because of the Vietnam War, and other people said it was the subway strike in New York at the time. And the reason was that men and women, as you know from this business that you're in, are always at war with each other, and the woman just sometimes has to put on the boots and do a little walk-in on him or away from him.
Like
that's
Amber.
All there is
That's
to
what
it.
Amber needs to do.
Amber needs to walk.
It's a hell of a lot worse than Nam, too, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, you can't get rid of it. It just doesn't go away.
Did you ever go over there and do some sort of USO thing?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
I still run into some of the guys that I performed for over there, and it's really fun when I meet them.
Did you perform with Bob Hope?
No, I took my own little band over there because the USO asked me to use a small group so that we could get into places where the big troops couldn't go.
Oh, I see.
So we went to really tiny, out-of-the-way places. I even went into foxholes, right out in the field.
Wow.
It's pretty scary.
You mean, like set up a drum kit and everything right there in the
No,
foxhole?
I didn't perform out there.
Oh, okay.
I would go out there with my escort officer. The helicopter would fly us in and keep the rotors running, and we just run into the foxholes and hug the guys and then get the hell out of there. It was pretty scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, you would.
You'd hug the guys. You'd go in there and hug the guys.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Janet Jackson or whoever would do that these days. I don't know. I mean, that sounds...
Well, my whole generation was either there or running away from it, so I had to do something. I couldn't just sit back.
And they went... You got out there in the mini skirt and the white boots, and everyone
No,
went
I was pretty
right?
covered up, though. I
well, not
purposely...
not in the foxhole.
Yeah, I was in
but
jeans.
I mean, when you were on the...
On stage, I was even covered up. I made the dresses myself out of towels.
You didn't have enough money to buy a dress?
No, I knew I'd be perspiring out there in that heat, so I figured let's kill two birds with one stone.
Wait a minute. Nancy Sinatra comes all the way from the States to do a show, and she's wearing a towel?
Yeah, exactly.
Her choice.
I don't know. I would have been pissed off if
it was a short towel, but it was still a towel.
Oh, okay. Well, that's something. As long as it's like a washcloth. Valerie.
Yes, hi.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Dr. Drew. Nancy, how are you guys doing?
Hi, Valerie.
You have a question for Nancy?
Yes, I have a question, a quick one, actually. I'm a huge Frank Sinatra fan, and I live in Nevada, and I've seen your brother, Frank Jr., at the Calneva Plain a couple months ago.
Oh, yeah.
A little while ago, because I guess your dad used to own that or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering, is he going to be playing on the West Coast anytime soon? Because I I'd pay anything to go see him right now.
Junior or senior?
Senior.
Senior? No, I think he's packing it in.
Oh, you're kidding.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because my mom and dad went to go see him, and they wouldn't take me with them. I was so mad.
Oh, you should be.
I know. Oh, that's just
should
like
be
my
mad.
absolute dream to go see him in concert.
Yeah, because he's going to be, and he was around a hell of a lot longer, but he's going to be one of these guys like Elvis, or maybe even like, Jim Morrison or something. These guys died way before their time, but what I'm saying is in years to come, people are going to say, yeah, I saw Frank Sinatra perform live, and everyone's going to go nuts like I would go nuts. Or like we go nuts when you hear someone say, yeah, I saw Elvis back when. Right. I mean, he's obviously going to be in that same category.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry you didn't get to see him.
Can we get him on the show?
But you'll always have his albums and his films, and there are films of his concerts and stuff.
Yeah, there's enough of that stuff to keep you busy.
Yeah.
For a while. And Nancy, let's plug your stuff one more time before we let you go.
I have a book out about my dad, by the way. It's
you
called
do?
Frank Sinatra, American Legend. There's a collector's edition that is really interesting because it has 5 CDs in it. One is from the radio shows from way back.
Right.
And it also has his accepting his Academy Awards and John Kennedy talking about him and stuff like that. Really wonderful soundbite kind of things. And then the other 4 represent his 4 different labels.
And all and sort of the best of those labels?
Yeah, I picked the songs myself because they sort of told his life story.
This goes with the book?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wow.
it's part of the book. It's kind of pricey, that edition. The other edition has that radio's soundbites thing, but
it's on 8-track?
No, it's CD.
But this is like, if you're a big Frank Sinatra fan, you get this as sort of a collector's item.
I highly recommend it. Yeah.
And that's at bookstores or at record
bookstores. So I think it's also at Blockbuster. They've got a deal running it with a tape.
We don't promote them because they don't have pornography.
Is that true?
That's not true.
It is true for me.
It's true for Adam. It's not true.
No, I
for
mean,
us,
is it true they don't have adult
No, they
films?
don't. They have they'll have car wash girls or something, little soft stuff. All right, we won't go there.
Anyway,
but let's talk about you because we're going to commercial and you're going back to your palatial estate in Beverly Hills. To pace and reminisce and watch a little Aaron Spelling television, perhaps. You're going to be at the Hard Rock at the Beverly Center.
Hard Rock, yeah. Bring stuff if you want it signed. And bring some money because we're not going to pay for your food. And what else did I need to say?
That'll be the 12th. That'll be Tuesday.
12th at 7 o'clock.
Day
Hard
after
Rock.
tomorrow. That'll be
Beverly Center.
7 o'clock. 30th anniversary of the Boots Were Made for Walking.
Yeah, and then can I please get on with my life already?
Yes, you can put all the boots behind you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in, Nancy.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate being on, really. Thank you so much.
And we'll be back after this. Well, here we are, back a little lighter, minus Nancy Sinatra. She was lovely. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. 310-854-4455 is the fax number. I'm Adam Carolla. He's Dr. Drew. This is Loveline. And Lynn.
Hi.
You're on the air.
Hi. Thanks, you guys, for taking my call. I kind of have a problem. I'm recently divorced, and I'm having problems. I'm not able to get rid of my husband.
Why do you want to get rid of him?
Well, I don't mean get rid of him, but I mean keep him from calling me, visiting my family.
But why do you want to? Do you have kids?
No.
Wait,
okay. You just want him out of your life.
Exactly.
You're divorced to this guy.
Yeah.
We're just getting the picture.
Okay.
Just recently, and
did he do anything to you that made you want to?
No, it's not a physical thing. There was a lot of emotional abuse.
And you're just done, and you want him out.
Exactly.
What is he doing to harass you?
Well, I've had to buy 4 sets of tires for my car. My kitchen window's been broken.
And it's interesting. The same kind of person that would be emotionally abusive would be the one that couldn't let go either. It would, it would be potentially dangerous.
But they always go right after the car.
Yeah.
Which is... It's really the lowest thing you can do, especially if you live in California or L.A. I mean, you're screwed, But I mean,
cowardly.
It's funny. It's like, you leave a physical representation of yourself out on the street overnight.
Yeah.
And instead of breaking in and abusing you, they just go right for the car tires.
Or instead of confronting you, standing up and having
Well, it's like anything that he can do to cause me a hassle, cause me a problem, cause me a financial
so this clearly is the kind of person that you've got to bring military force and structure down, sustain it, in order for him to go away. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the restraining orders,
Well, I have a restraining order, and he has to stay a certain distance from me. But there have been times that I leave work and he's waiting for me.
Then you immediately call the police. Do not hold back. Do not say, "Oh, give him a break." Oh, what a just military-style force. That is the only thing he's going to understand is abject, overwhelming force. And it's
well,
going to be
it's like the restraining order is okay, but it doesn't accomplish everything that I need to accomplish. It's
such as
I'm
what?
Still, well, I get weird phone messages from people with strange names at my job because he knows where I work.
And you can call the police department about that,
right?
And they can put a trap on the phone.
And well, because I work for a large company and we have like an internal phone system, they said no, they can't. They can't do that.
Lynn,
there's about 4,500 phone extensions in my building, and I've already done that.
Right.
There's everything he's done, like everything he can do. I'm getting like tons of things in the mail, like magazine subscriptions to magazines that I didn't even know existed, where my name's filled out, and
he just has.
Then I have to write a letter and say I never asked for this magazine.
Do you respond to him in any way? Does he know this is upsetting you?
No.
You don't. He doesn't get to see any reaction.
No, I don't. I haven't acknowledged
Good.
anything because
That's
I learned
good.
right away that it's like a naughty child. If they have a temper tantrum, take
That's
the
right.
audience.
Well,
I've tried.
Lynn, are you documenting all this stuff?
Oh yeah, I have 2 manila folders of all sorts of things.
How long has this
photos,
been going on for?
Over a year.
Wow. That's sad.
Originally, I had mentioned filing for divorce, and every time I brought up the issue of having a divorce, then incidents or behavior would escalate. But it was never anything. Nobody has ever seen him. We've had fingerprints taken, all sorts of different things, and there's no physical evidence. But there's no other person that I know of, to do this sort of behavior. I mean, it's really obvious. I was thinking about, and that's kind of one of the reasons I called, is he's really influenced by his parents, and I thought about going to talk to his parents.
You shouldn't. More like if the FBI shows up at their door, that way. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Again, if he knows that you're the one caring enough to talk to his parents, you've just escalated it another notch.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, if you get somebody like the FBI or what local authority, whatever it is, to go in there and make the parents understand that this is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds really childish because we're both 40 years old, and but we've been together an extremely long time, close to 20 years, and it's just, I don't know if he just can't make that emotional detachment or...
It's sad.
Yeah, he can't get on with his life. I mean, if he could take the energy that he's putting toward your car tires and your telephone machine and put it toward...
the people at Goodyear like me a lot.
Wow, no kidding. I mean, there really needs to be some sort of service that is not... It's not the marshals, it's not the police, it's not the FBI.
The stalking service.
Yeah, where there's like some guy who could just go to the guy's house, knock on the door, say, "You don't know me, but this is from your ex-wife," and just sock the guy right in the ribs. And go, "You want me to come back tomorrow night?"
I thought about that, too, because I've had people that have volunteered. Well, you should let my friend talk to him. But then I'm afraid, I don't want to make a childish thing out of it. If he knows it's related to me, then there'll be some sort of retaliation.
I think the parental thing is not a bad angle.
Yeah.
And if you could get the cops to call his parents, that'd be great. If you could get if you have a buddy who's like an actor, or who could pull it off, who could go, yes, this is so-and-so residence, Officer Abramowitz. Oh, he's no longer at this residence? Okay, because we had some questions surrounding a restraining order and some other destruction of physical property. Section number 227859000 banger. You know what I mean? Like, throw a little lingo and then go, well, we'll try to reach him at his residence. Do you have that number? And then just get the parents tipped off. I swear to God, I think if you did something like that, the parents would, first call they'd make is to him, and they'd probably freak on the guy a little.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Lynn.
I'm
this
just
is
afraid
a tough
to do
one.
anything.
I would definitely go
that he's going to retaliate and
bring in all the force that's available. I'm sorry if it's not servicing your needs at this point, but if they can go talk to the parents, have them do it.
Good luck, Andrea.
Hi.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Thanks. Hi, Adam. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Andrea.
I've had really, really bad experiences with roommates, and I want your advice, actually, because this last time, a roommate of mine, I had moved out, and because he totally turned psycho on me, and basically we were still friends after that, amazingly enough, and basically he works with me, too, and he still works with me, and we got in a huge fight one night, and this was after I had moved out, and he served me with papers, a restraining order, and I got one against him also. And
all right, so what is your question for us?
Basically, he's made my life hell. I've been to jail because of him, because he pressed an assault charge against me. And
did you assault him?
No, it was basically, I feel, a mutual thing. If anything, I was trying to get away from him.
Uh-huh. But you got in a knee to the groin before you got to the door?
Basically,
You a big gal, Andrea?
No, not at all. I'm not, I'm average size, I would say.
Okay, so what do you want to know?
I want to know basically what I can do. It's driving me nuts. I mean, he works with me, and...
But you're not living with the guy anymore.
No. But I have to work with them. We work in close proximity to each other.
There's no way you can find a way out of that?
Well, basically, this is like the best paying job I've ever had. And I don't really want to leave because of personal problems.
Are there any managers or anything you can appeal to?
Well, see, that's the thing. I've tried that. They've told me to ignore it. They've told me they basically won't deal with it.
Is he? Are you guys on the same level? I mean, he's not a supervisor of yours or anything like that.
Oh no, but he is a favorite.
Is he hassling you at work?
No, but his friends are, who used to be my friends until this all happened.
Sheesh.
So you just have a lot of anger and resentment toward the guy, and it's tough to go to a place of work and deal with it and have it staring you in the face.
Well, it's not really even anger or resentment. It's just sadness because, I don't know what to do. I mean, I want so badly to just be able to say, hey, this is over and done with. But every time people stare me in the face at work, I know that they all know. They all know what went on because he told everyone.
To one extent, this is similar to the junior high school behavior that we were talking about earlier. People,
yeah,
isolating
it's
somebody
very
out,
junior high-ish, and so are all of his friends that work there, which is about a third of our shift.
Have you always had chaotic relationships, intense relationships?
Yeah, basically.
All right, so you're a drama finder.
Yeah, basically.
That's not good, Andrea. That's not good.
I mean, it's not like I consciously seek it out.
I understand, but you do it nonetheless. It happens to you.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, so, Andrea, all right. So what Drew's saying is take some responsibility for where you're at right now, and let's try to remedy it. You want us to call the guy?
Oh, no.
Oh, come on.
If you called him, he would probably throw me in jail. I mean, because... That's how the restraining order works. We are to have no contact.
All right, listen, Andrea.
Yeah.
Can you just slip him a note that says, meet me at the commissary at noon. I just want to clear up a few things and let's move on.
No.
You can't do that?
No.
Well, you got to work with the guy.
No. Yeah, she has to work with the guy, but she has to get over it herself. She has to end that relationship.
You don't think she could pull him aside and say, look, we're working together. Look, we both made some mistakes. Let's just let bygones be bygones, and I have no problem working with you, and let's just move on with our lives.
He won't do that.
I don't think she can, given the legal situation. I think she needs to generate her own group of friends, her own support network, avoid the chaos, avoid the drama, and just get on and focus on your job. If that's what's important to you in that environment, not the social relationships, focus on the job. Develop the support network you need to be comfortable and focus on your job, or else leave the job and find a new environment. Okay?
Okay.
You've got to take responsibility for generating this kind of chaos and drama in your life. It is something that you do, you create, and I'm certainly you didn't anticipate it going to this extreme, but take responsibility, like Adam said. I think that's worthwhile.
Yeah, and there's certain people that are chaos and drama magnets, and it's always
not a healthy
it's
thing.
The roommate,
Yeah.
it's the son of a bitch who was in the next lane on the freeway.
Right.
It's the guy behind the counter at the Circle K that wasn't giving them the respect that they should garner.
Yeah.
You know, but it follows them around. And then there's other people that nobody messes with, no one ever messes with.
Right.
Try to become one of those people.
Right.
We'll all go through our lives separately with no contact. We'll have like a velvet rope around us, a little 10-foot buffer zone, and once in a while we'll bang into each other like a bumper car at Six
float
Flags.
away.
Someone will just bounce right off and go the opposite directions. Everyone will die soon, and we'll all be happy. All righty, let me give the phone number out. 1-800-LOVE-191, 1-800-568-3191, and that is the Loveline phone number, and the fax number, 310-854-4455, and it's back to the phones. We go with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Karen.
Hi.
Hey, you're on Loveline.
Yeah. Well, I suspect my husband is gay.
Uh-huh.
Why do you suspect that?
Pardon me?
Why do you suspect that?
Because, well, he has this friend that comes over all the time, and they sit, like, really close on the couch together and play footsies and, you know, are touching each other all the time. And I got up and went to the bathroom, and I came out, and it looked to me like they were kissing each other, and when they heard me, they both, like, snapped their heads back, and
Did you ask him what's going on?
well, I tried, and he goes, he's just a friend. What are you talking about?
All right, let me do a little background on this gentleman
I'm afraid we're
here.
gonna ask him.
Diet soda consumer?
Pardon me?
Does he enjoy the diet soda?
Diet soda? He loves it.
Loves diet soda. Okay, I'm going to give him 5 points for that. Is he a neat guy? Does he straighten up things?
All the time.
Okay, that's 7 points. Wait a minute, we're not there yet. What about yogurt? Does he enjoy yogurt?
Did I know of? He eats it once in a while.
Once in a while. I will not add nor deduct any yogurt points there. You guys have some cats?
Cats?
Yes.
Yes.
More than one?
2.
Oh, 2. All right. Well, I got to. Oh, that's a big 12-pointer. There. Does he wear turtleneck sweaters when it's unnecessary?
Yes.
Maybe a little warm for a turtleneck? Yeah. That's 5 points there. Now we're getting to the 25-point bonus question. You know what that is, Karen?
You've got the potpourri.
Oh, potpourri. So you enjoy potpourri?
Like incense?
Well, like the basket of the smelly leaves. Yeah, anything that smells good.
Yes.
Okay, and doesn't smell like Brute or Old Spice, or that wouldn't be a gay scent. Musk is a man's scent because it smells crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So he enjoys the potpourri and the incense.
Yes.
Oh, this is really starting to tally up here. We may have a winner. What about now? Here's a 25-point bonus question. Does he have the squeegee in the bathroom?
Yeah.
No, he does not.
What?
He has a squeegee in the bathroom?
Yeah.
What's he use it for?
Couldn't tell you. He doesn't let me go in the bathroom when he goes in there.
Oh, all right. Well, that was a 25-point bonus question. Karen?
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, you're married to Rip Taylor.
You're kidding me.
Yes. I'm sorry, the math doesn't lie. He has one of the highest scores we've ever had here on Loveline.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Is he there?
No.
He's at a Ethel Merman reunion show or something? Where is he?
I don't know. See, at night he leaves, and he doesn't come back until I'm already asleep.
What's he doing at night?
I don't know.
Is he dressed like a cowboy or a construction worker when he returns?
You don't know where... Wait a minute, what kind of marriage is this? What kind of marriage is this? Come on.
Karen.
Yes.
Are you two really married?
Yes. We've been married for almost a year.
And you don't know where he goes at night? Do you think it's kind of bizarre?
Huh?
You don't think that's kind of bizarre?
Well, I do. That's why I'm calling. I don't understand what's going on.
I mean, aside from Adam's list, there is just the mere fact that you found your husband making out with some guy, and that he goes away every night. You don't know where he goes. I mean, that's very weird. I mean, what kind of relationship is that? I mean, most married couples share their days with each other. I mean, if he's going away and working and doing something where he has to be away from you, that's one thing.
Well, he works during the day.
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't even have a life.
I know.
What business is he in?
Pardon me?
What business is he in?
He's in construction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. No, that throws off the whole thing. We have to deduct 9 points now. I was in construction, so it's a huge deduction. Huh. And he drives a truck?
Does he drive a truck? No, he drives a car.
Uh-huh. What color?
Blue.
That's a no-pointer, by the way. Only pink or black would either be an addition or deduction. Karen.
Yes.
You're taking this all in stride. You've been married for a year. You're almost a newlywed.
Yeah.
Your husband was possibly making out with a friend of his. I've declared him gay. He's out each night. You do not know where.
Well, it's not every night, but it's like at least 3 times a week.
All right. But something's up here, and you don't seem to care enough.
Well, I do. I don't know what to do.
Confront the
I
hell
think
out
you're
of
going to have to confront him.
Yeah.
I've tried.
What does he say?
Well, I asked him, I said, I suspect this, and he's like...
Where does he go every night?
I don't know.
Why don't you confront him about that? And then I don't know, or it's nowhere, or just whatever. You want specifics.
Yeah.
And you deserve the information.
Karen.
You want to make a life with this guy.
Karen.
Yes.
This is your husband.
Yes.
It's your marriage. Are you interested in it enough to get involved with it enough to save it?
I love him more than anything in the world.
Okay, so you need to find out nay or gay. You understand?
Yeah.
You need to find out so you can base your life then on the decision. Meaning, if he's gay, you got to move on. All right, Karen?
Yeah.
You need to find out.
Good luck.
I think she doesn't want to find out.
Exactly.
Maybe exactly what it is. Usually when people don't ask.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
They know the answer. They don't want to know it.
I'm thinking back in school. I never once said, hey, did those tests get graded yet? I'm curious how I did. Never. Ever. Because I knew how I did. And I didn't want to be humiliated. I mean, I didn't need to know what I already suspected.
Right.
Am I right, Drew?
Didn't have to have it drilled into you again.
And you were like the nerd in the front of the class when it was like Friday and it was like 3:02 and the teacher was going, all right, well, enjoy. And you were going, oh, well, it's our homework assignment.
Yeah, that was me.
Zach?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's finally good to talk to you guys. I've been listening to you for a while, and you guys are a big source of enjoyment and comfort for me.
Thank you, Zach.
I know she already left, but I'd have loved to have gotten a chance to talk to Nancy to say hello to Mr. Sinatra for me and happy birthday.
Well, I'm sure he's...
Happy birthday?
I guess he's having a
birthday. Yeah, he just turned 80.
Wow.
Mr. Sinatra.
He's 80. I can't believe that.
What'd you think he was, like 55?
65,
She's
70?
56,
yeah,
for
you're
Christ's
right.
sake.
Did you see her spread? She's beautiful.
Well, no, she didn't spread while she was in here. Oh. Thanks for the laugh, Zach. Yeah, we did. Yeah, she looks good. And looks good in person, I might add.
Mm-hmm. So how's everybody doing over there?
Yes, fine, Zach.
All right. Let me say one thing, and then I'll get on to what I'm going to. That female that talked to a couple people before about her ex-husband not leaving her alone.
Right.
just get a higher hit. You know, you can take care of that, a couple grand, and it's all over with.
Yeah, we should ask Nancy about that.
Yeah, you know. Well, no, I didn't say that. You said that.
All right, Zach, go ahead.
All right. I've been seeing this girl for about a month or so now, and we've known each other for a while on and off, but we've just kind of gotten close, and we're buddy and hanging around, having a good time, and I've got some feelings for her, and I spend the night over her place, but we don't fool around too much. We're just trying to play it cool, you know, to see if we're going to dig each other. I mean, we've both been through many situations, you know, having sex too quick, and it just not working out and dudding out. And, you know, we're going to wait a good while, you know, to see if we really match as a pair of people together before we bring in a physical aspect.
That? Zach?
Yes?
Wait a minute. I'm not sure if I buy Zach's rap completely.
No, I'm straight up. You want to talk to my girlfriend? She's sitting in the other room.
All right, she's your girlfriend. You guys are making out?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Touching tongues?
Yeah.
All right, come on. Touch tongues right now.
Touch tongues. Come in here. She's listening on the other radio.
All right,
come in here, Les.
Come in there.
Les!
You're calling her Les?
She's coming.
Chivalry is not dead.
Oh, we're having carrot tongue touching. Here we go.
Yeah, touch a little tongue.
Come here.
What?
Come on.
What's up?
We're tongue touching.
Why?
Just touch tongues.
On the radio?
Yeah.
Oh,
touching
God.
tongues on the radio.
All right. I just
want
to make sure
seriously.
she do it. All right, so you guys are having
Yeah, but see, my question is, okay, by waiting and stuff like that, is it in a way, are we setting ourselves up for a fall? Like,
no.
If sexually it doesn't work, then the whole thing's going to be ruined, or is it going to make it better?
You can be that letdown. It's that feeling I have after each Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the last one was the Bengals.
It's like,
49ers.
Yeah, I mean the last good one?
Yeah, Bengals 49ers.
Yeah, I mean you wait the whole year, there's a huge hype, everything is going to be the greatest ever, and then it's over and you get that sort of...
most of them are like that.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to live up to what you guys are building it up to be.
No, come on.
But you can still wait.
It could be, no. I think.
Oh, come on. It's not going to be as good as, I don't know, with Zach at the helm, though.
I mean, if they are able to.
Hey, I'm trying here.
If they are able to develop a committed, intimate, emotional relationship, it's going to work physically. They'll make it work. That's why.
See, one thing, all right, I'll let
not
you know
like
right
the
here.
Super Bowl.
People, I'm not the, I'm not the guy that's only had a couple sexual experiences. I mean, I'm going to admit, I've been around, and there's a lot of things I'm not really that proud of. And we both have some same feelings about that for
Zach, does your uncle have a farm? Is that what you're saying?
Zach, you're right on target. You got your instincts are Zach, your instincts are good. You're on target. Stay with it, all right?
Stay with it, Zach. I had the feeling just from Zach's tone that he'd had a few indiscretions sexually in his day, that maybe he'd done a few women that were just a little bit outside of the supermodel or waif model brackets. Just to one side of the colon. Now, I'm not saying in Canada. I'm just saying just right next to it. I just had that feeling talking to Zach. Hey, well, we're just about out of time. We want to thank the lovely Sherry on the phones, the fantabulous producer Ann, the svelte and angular one, Brett doing a great job of filling in for the nutless wonder Mike, who's off banging his gravel hauling woman somewhere up north. But we'll be back. We'll be back, and we can say whatever we want about him. Drew, why don't you read the address?
And if you're writing,
wait a minute. Let's sell it. We got 10 seconds left.
If you're writing to us, it's Loveline, P.O. Box 4345, Hollywood, California 90078. P.O. Box 4345, Hollywood 90078. And the email address is LUV191 on America Online.
Drew, tell them what they've won.
Parting gifts.
Fantastic. And we'll talk to you tomorrow night.
So that's it, then.
The opinions expressed on Loveline by Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew, or anyone are not necessarily ours. Be happy. Be happy. Happy, happy, happy. Loveline's producer is Ann Wilkins. Thank you. Thank you.